previous one. Have you guys begun casting for new characters like Tyrese or the Governor?
It's too early for that. It's too early. We're still finishing the first season.
But we did have some actors come in to read for Morgan, by the way. There's one actor we haven't really mentioned here tonight, Lenny James.
Yeah!
Where do you see this guy's performance in the pilot? He's remarkable. Andy and Lenny in the pilot. I'm so proud of what these guys did. He's a remarkable actor. We had a lot of other actors come in to read for this role. Lenny kind of owned the role from the get-go, but I saw a bunch of guys and I went, oh wow, he could be Tyrese. Oh, he could be Tyrese. There's like a backlog of Tyreses sitting at home in my drawer in LA.
So there's going to be 3 in the show.
They're triplets now, yeah.
Alright, thank you.
Hi guys, I want to say thanks to Robert for making me a horrible, junky person, jerk, ruining my life. But my question is for Frank and Gail. Had it ever occurred to you, or was there ever a thought to maybe shoot in black and white on this grayscale? Because it always seemed to have worked, like in films like Schindler's List and all those great classics.
Well,
Joel wouldn't let us. No, I'm kidding.
One thing we did do, though, is we tested a number of cameras from the very beginning. And what we realized was best for The Walking Dead was actually Super 16. And I think all of you will be very happy that we made that choice.
Film grain, creamy, analog look.
You might be looking down the line, maybe the DVD might, if they let us down the line, might.
We have floated the idea by Joel, the boss, to kind of do, at least with the pilot, what I did with The Mist on the DVD, which is retime it. Woo! And he was kind of digging the idea, so I think we might be able to do it.
Yeah!
It's a distinct possibility.
Would you guys like that?
Yeah!
2,000 fans can't be wrong.
We only have time for a couple more questions, guys, so we'll go to this next one.
I was just curious. The news that Bear's composing music for the show is just made my day, and I was curious as to if you've approached how the music is going to be incorporated. Is it going to be a big part? Is it going to be a lot of pop out, scaring, just noises, or is it going to fill in more of the drama effect?
Bear, will you come up here? When we talk about music, he's probably going to be a lot smarter about it than I am. But, the one thing that we're all desperate to not do is be obvious and do the obvious thing and do the expected thing, and that's why we asked Bear to join us, because he does something very unique and doesn't just clobber the audience with the thing you expect, and so that's why we're thrilled to have him. Bear?
Frank? I think that the thing that always drew me to this story, and the reason I was a fan of the comics, is because it's a character drama that just happens to be set in the zombie apocalypse. And I think even from our earliest meetings, we were talking a lot about the character arcs and not so much about obvious horror cliches and the scares. And I think what you're going to hear is that I'm scoring it like a drama, but there are some times when you have to do the obvious thing every once in a while.
But you do it in a not obvious way.
Exactly.
That's the composers really love hearing or working with are the ones who can do that give the scene what it needs, but not make it sound like every other minor chord when the zombie face pops out.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen people online talking about what they think the music's going to be, and everyone's like, I think it should be this, and I should do this, and I just go, not going to do that, not going to do that, not going to do that. It's just like a checklist. I think you guys are going to really dig what we're coming up with. It's going to be a really beautiful sound, and not at all the kind of sound that you've heard associated with zombie stories in the past. So you guys will enjoy it.
Awesome. This is our last question, so we're going to wrap it up.
Hello. I've been a fan since the beginning, and going back to what a previous question about Carl, he's my favorite character out of the book other than Michonne. How are you guys going to handle what happens between Carl, Shane, and Rick when Carl finds out exactly what Shane did?
You may have to watch the show.
Alright.
Yeah. I'll promise you that we're definitely following Kirkman's path of things. Absolutely. It may take us a while to get there because we really like John Bernthal. And we really like working with him. We want to keep him around for a while.
I gotta say, the kid that they have playing Carl, this kid's another level. I mean, if John had half of his maturity, there would be a totally other dynamic. Chandler Riggs, huge love to Chandler Riggs. I mean, I love this kid. I absolutely love this kid. And he will deliver everything you need to. I mean, the quick Chandler story is there was a scene where he was in the camper, and some things were going on outside of the camper that were affecting him. The camera never shot anything in the camper. Every time I went into that camper, this kid was in tears because his character would have been so affected by what was going on outside that that's what would have happened. It's never on film. You'll never see it. But that was the performance he chose to deliver to me at the end of the scene. This kid is amazing. And if he's your favorite character, Chandler Riggs is the best becoming your favorite actor.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys. Well, what do you think? Do you guys want to see that reel one more time?